Greetings people on the internet. In this video we'll be setting up the idle animation and the run animation for this character. So we'll start by changing the behaviors here, something I forgot to do in the last video. So if we test our game so far, what we have is a character standing on a platform, so that's not much. So to test it, you just have to click, and then if you use the arrow keys, you can see that he goes left, right, jumps, etc. Now, we can change these behaviors on the platform here. So let's say I'm gonna put the maximum speed to 250, the acceleration 1000, the acceleration the same, and the jump strength I will bring it down because his jumps were going too high. Gravity, I'll just leave it like that, and well, you can play around with this and see what happens. I'm just gonna leave it like so. Now if we test it again, okay, so don't forget to click on the browser so that you can test what's going on your game and see that now the jump is not going so high and he's not moving so fast. Okay, back to the layout. We're going to add some more animations here, so hit the right button of your mouse, choose new animation. I'm gonna call it run, and we're going to import the frames for the animation. So let's go to the animation frames, right click, import frames from file, and I just have to go to the right place now and find my files. Okay, so I have the run animation here. So we'll select it and open it. And there you go. So we have all the frames of the animation plus the 0 frame that we will delete like we did with the idle animation. And now we have the run animation. And if you want to change the settings of this animation, I'm gonna put it a bit faster like so. And also I want this animation to loop every time that the code will call it. So let's test it. So now if I hit left, right, or up, nothing is happening. So even though I added the animation, so that means there's something else I have to do so that this character can run on that platform. And let's insert a new object. Again, right click, and let's insert a new input, and it's the keyboard. So there you go, you'll see the keyboard is now on the project. So everything is gonna go under object types. So we don't need this event anymore, so let's just delete it. So we'll select it and delete. And let's start by adding a new event, and for that we'll use the keyboard, and we want to use the keyboard key is down. So this is the one we want to use. Let's select it and go next. And now the key we want to choose is, you have to press a key, and so the one I want for now is the right arrow. So select the right arrow, hit OK, and it is done. So now on the keyboard, when I press the right arrow, something is going to happen. So I must add an action here, and that action will be with our sprite. And what I want to happen when I hit the right key, the right arrow key, is I want him to, so this may sound strange, but let's select the mirrored option, and so what I want is him to go to the right. So that means I want him not mirrored, so because he's pointing to the right, so I want him not mirrored. That means when I hit the right arrow, he will go right. Now I can just select this event with I'm holding Control and dragging it, so I just made a copy of it, and now I want something similar to happen, and that is I want the keyboard to have the left arrow pressed, and when that happens I will have the sprite, which was set to not mirrored, now it will be mirrored, meaning that now he will walk to the left. Let's see if that is happening. So he goes to the right, he goes to the left. So yeah, it is working. The thing is, he's all the time in his idle position, so he's not running. And that means that something else we have to do, but we'll do it right away. So now let's add another event. So we want the sprite to be on floor, like that, and that means that, yeah, always make sure that you're selecting now only this part and not the beginning of this event. So we're going to add a condition to our sprite, and that condition is he will be moving on the platform. Okay, right. So now we'll add an action to the sprite, and that action will be an animation. So let's choose set animation, and now this is I want it to play from the beginning, and so I can just type in the name of the animation, which is run, and actually, so yeah, okay, yeah, everything's right. So I can just, like I was saying, type it, the run animation, and there it is. So make sure you type the right name of the animation. We'll see how to add it in a different way, but you can add it like this as well. So now if I play, if I hit the left and right arrows, you can see that the character is actually running, but now he's running all the time, so he's not going back to the idle position. So that means there's something else we'll have to do here. So let's go and add another event for our sprite, and that event is when he's on floor. So something will happen when he's on floor, and when he's on floor, meaning that, so we have to add another condition to the sprite, and that is the moving condition, just like we did before. Now we want it to invert, so that means when he's not moving. So if he's not moving, that means that we'll have a different action, and so that different action will be a different animation. That animation, I'm sure you can guess, because there's only another one we have, so that one was easy. So I'll show you how to add it in a different way. So it's from the beginning, and if you start using the brackets, the animations you have will show up, and so you can just pick them up from the menu. So I'll do it again. There you go, idle, and done. Usually I prefer this method because I can see the animation I'm choosing and there's no typos. So now it looks like it's working. So he's running to the left and the right, and he's idling. He's go to this to his idle position. So that's it for now. We'll just have to save what we did, and I'll see you in the next video.